Let's get into your number two.
Number two. This might be the second hat that I really had fun with making.
What's this one about? Got a question.
Yeah, man. I got a story to tell. At the time, my graphic designer, Scruff, we was in the crib and they was doing a documentary.
Dope,
the documentary was about to come out, and I'm like, yo, it'd be crazy if we did a hat, man. Like, you know, CJ's my guy. He's buying hats. Like, you know, I'm building a relationship with C at the time.
Dope.
Biggie's son. If everybody doesn't know who CJ is, shout out to my man CJ.
Super shout out.
And I don't know. I was like, yo, I got a story to tell. First thing I was thinking was the Anthony Mason jersey, right?
Yeah, okay.
All right, the number 14.
Right, yeah.
Anthony Mason, Knicks jersey.
Yep.
You know, and then the things that stuck out to me in that song was like, you know, I got two words. I'm gone at the end.
Right.
So it was like, had Biggie just, you know, politicking with his peoples and telling them the story, breaking down the story, and you visualizing the story.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he talking to his mans and them. It sounded like they was probably at a bar or something, just smacking.
Yep.
And he breaking the story down. And, you know, that meant something to me because when I showed CJ that hat, like, he bugged out, you know? And that's literally Biggie's junior. Like, that's Biggie's son.
So that meant a lot right there.
You know? So, like, that, I'm showing Clark Kent. I'm showing, like, people that was, like, really involved in Biggie's life.
Right.
And that impacted Biggie's life. And they went crazy, man. So, like, that one was probably definitely one of the second favorite. And literally, like, just had fun with it, man. Like, it was literally a conversation.
Right.
And then it happened, right? So it was like, that's when the best creations happen, I feel like, when you not really trying to force something. Right. It's something that got a story. Yep. Like, you see that, and if you know Biggie's story and you know the ins and outs of, you know, I got a story to tell, who he was talking about, one of them 6'5" Knicks niggas.
Right.
But, you know, he was talking about him.
Let's talk about this Yankee hat. What makes you really go for the Yankee hats to do your renditions of the past instead of using the Mets ones? What's so important about the Yankee?
So for me, right, when I'm doing the hat, shit gotta make sense. Right? So when I started doing it, I told myself, like, everything's gonna have to have a story and something's gonna have to make sense, right? Just for moments like this, right? We having a conversation, we talking about hats, right?
Right.
Now, if I did a Rockefeller hat on a Mets hat, what's the story behind that? Jay ain't never wearing nothing Mets.
True.
I ain't never seen really people in Rockefeller that was wearing shit Mets. So, like, what's the story?
The person we had was Nas.
I can't give you a story.
Yeah, that's true.
So when I gravitate to a Knicks hat, I mean a Yankee hat, right? Biggie was wearing Yankee hats.
Right.
I ain't never see Biggie in a Mets hat.
That's a fact.
You feel me? Wu-Tang, I've done Mets and Yankees because there's a photo shoot with them doing with the Yankee.
Right.
Like, some of them wear Yankees, and some of them wear Yankees and Mets.
Right.
So, who else? Like, Nas, I can do a Illmatic hat on a Mets and a Yankee because Nas wears both. Same thing with Mobb Deep and Prodigy and all of them. So, certain people, like, I won't do a TS hat on a Mets hat.
Right.
You know, it doesn't make sense. Like, I can do it. Yeah, I could do it to sell to make Mets fans happy.
Right.
But that's kind of that's fucking up the craft and what I'm building. Right.
That's true.
So when I have talks like this, or if I have a meeting and a question comes up, yo, why you did this on the Mets hat? I can't even give you a real answer.
Right.
Oh, I did it for the money.
But you know what?
You feel me? Like, and that would be the only reason.
Right.
It would be because Mets fans keep hitting me up, yo, you got to do the pun hat on the Mets hat. It's like, all right, why though?
Right.
No, I can't give you a story.